welcome back to the Lot of Lorcana YouTube channel. I have a special topic today that's going to be out of order from the rest of the videos. I have new microphone. Hey, Lot of Lorcana from the future here. Technically still the past if you're watching this, because that's how linear time works, or even relativistic time, but not really important. I'm about to talk about how I think I fixed the audio and I got a new microphone and blah 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 blah. Turns out when I listen to it, it still sounds terrible. I spent 2 hours yesterday, an hour today trying to fix it. I think I may have solved it, so this is what it sounds like, assuming I fixed the problem. Let me know, and I'm sorry for the rest of the video. There's going to be like a fan noise the entire time with it. I think I have it fixed now. Hopefully that happened. So, improvements in the future. And, oh, new shirt, Moana shirt. So, that's pretty cool. Alright, bye. New camera for it, so if the audio video quality is better, and we go a bit worse with other box openings and stuff, well, now you know why. If you're watching all the videos, I do appreciate that. Anyways, but when we do future box openings, we'll have the new setup and equipment for that, and hopefully you'll have a much better listening and visual experience with it. We'll have better images of the cards is what I'm hoping for, and the microphone should sound better. So let me know if it's an improvement. I'm hoping so. I've gotten some testing done with that, and I've been happy with it. So, alright, as you can see here, PSA has introduced the PSA certified repack service, and I'm going to do my best to try to stay positive while going through this, but there's not really anything positive that I can really say about this program and the partnership that they've already created, so I apologize in advance for that. The philosophy of the channel is to keep things very wholesome, very positive, but as a collector first, I think player second. This hits really what I care about when it comes to Lorcana, and this isn't good news in my opinion. I don't believe it adds anything of positive value to the collector community, and that's not just Lorcana. That is sports, Pokemon, Magic, all the other tradable collectible card games. I'm not trying to name them all, but just forgive me if I left them out with it, as well as I'm not naming all the individual sports, right? It affects everything here. PSA is repacking cards in slabs and effectively selling them as mystery packs. So, I look at this like a mystery pack. If you've seen those before, I don't think I need to make a video on mystery packs. Most of you, if you've been in this long enough, or even if you're new, there's plenty of other content, other videos of people either talking about the mathematics behind mystery packs or even opening themselves. I think PokeRev does a lot of different ones of those, and he basically buys those in order to make entertainment and potentially provide a warning for what reality is on those things. The odds are stacked against you with it, right? If it's really wanted, if there's a demand for it, I will run through the mathematics of mystery packs and accounting for everything that I can think of. Keep in mind, I don't run my own business, but I can at least understand math and figure out what we need in order to turn a profit on those things. So I'm going to skip over that aspect of it, but just know mystery packs mathematically make no sense. They're not great. So there we go. Let's move on to what is the purpose of this video and why I'm actually talking about this. So first thing, in order to try to be as fair as possible and to give you the information that I think you should have with understanding what's going on here, I'm going to read directly from PSA. Okay? So, PSA says that they are proud to announce the Certified Repack, a new PSA service designed to bring oversight, integrity, and third-party validation to this emerging space. The first repack to be certified by PSA PSA is Graded Grails, debuting at the National this year with 4 initial series: 2 baseball, 1 basketball, 1 football. Each box features cards graded by PSA and packed under PSA supervision with a checklist that's been reviewed and verified for accuracy. Every card, including chase cards, is randomized and sealed with placements known only to PSA. In short, it's a repack experience certified for integrity. Here's what it means for collectors, according to PSA. I'm going to add that in there. This is what it means according to PSA. Every card is PSA graded. Every checklist is verified by PSA. Every pack is randomized and sealed under PSA supervision, and every placement is known only to PSA. The service is not a collaboration or co-branded product. PSA does not curate the checklist or determine odds. Our role is to ensure the entire repack run, chases included, is packed as promised. We also provide a logistical support through our PSA Vault program, ensuring streamlined fulfillment and chain of custody accountability, right? Okay, so let's work on breaking all this down, right? I understand they have their graded grail service and they're offering a repack service with this, right? And they're saying it's not a collaboration, but okay, let's look at this. GameStop PSA partner for Power Packs trading card platform. GameStop is expanding its partnership with PSA to create a new digital trading card platform. The Power Packs beta program launches Tuesday. Blah 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 blah. Right. It will allow collectors to purchase digital packs that contain a PSA graded trading card. Each card will be opened digitally with a physical twin stored in the PSA vault. So this isn't, NFTs or something like that. If you bought this, you would actually get a physical card. It doesn't necessarily mean it's shipped to you, but it is stored in the PSA vault. You could then resell it through eBay, or you could have it actually shipped to you, and you could have the physical card with it, right? And this is already live on GameStop. They have the demo here. If you scroll up, you're like, oh, here's the Power Packs, the PSA 8+ guaranteed. You get booster packs, one PSA graded card. It's a mystery pack, like plain and simple. This is what we're at with it. And yes, I know it's a repack service versus this Power Pack series. It's all under the same concept of this, and there's 3 major problems with this for me. One, we've already talked about, is the mystery pack, and the mathematics behind that is garbage for you, the consumer. Okay? Not going to go over that again unless we make a separate video because it's actually desired. The second thing, and this is something that is my opinion of a concern, it is not a proven reality or fact. We know that there are plenty of third-party mystery pack type things where they put in booster packs and things, or a PSA graded card, and they advertise, oh, first edition Holo Charizard on the box art, and you open it up and you get some Paldea packs and like a PSA 10 Pikachu of not of anything special or something, right? That's we've all seen those things if you've been in the hobby long enough, right? I think a lot of people understand that the value is not there. But with PSA entering the space, my biggest concern, and again, this is not a proven fact or anything that I would be like, oh, this is guaranteed to happen. That's not what I'm saying here. But the risk is that PSA is unintentionally giving credence to those third-party, I'll say vendors for lack of a better word. Just say third-party products. The individuals, groups, companies, whatever that make those may gain a little bit of credence with the rest of the market now that they have an actual competitor. So here's the thing, the entire business model of third-party packing for mystery packs, I don't think should have credence. I think it's a very bad idea for the consumer, right? So PSA entering the space potentially gives those credence to where people may think, oh, well, maybe it's not such a bad idea. Maybe I just need to find a reputable one, right? PSA claims to be just exactly that, right? But then if PSA is a reputable one, maybe there are other ones that are reputable, right? And I just really have a disdain for that idea of mystery packs being anything positive for the hobby. I don't view any positivity coming out of those third-party mystery packs. If you do, honestly, I'd love to hear why that is. Maybe there's something I'm missing with that. I have my perspective on things, but I don't know everything. And maybe there's something that I'm not taking into account with it. So please, leave a comment. Let me know why you enjoy them, or why there's something positive that they're offering to them. And those could be mutually exclusive things, i.e. maybe you just enjoy them, but you recognize that maybe it's not good for the hobby. Or maybe it is something that you think is good for the hobby and you enjoy them as well too. Let me know. I'm always looking to learn. These are my opinions, but I would be a terrible scientist if my viewpoint did not change with new information and new evidence. So I will always keep myself open to changing my opinion as new information comes in. So let's talk about the biggest elephant in the room for me. The biggest problem I have with all of this is that every card is PSA graded. Actually, that's all. I can just stop there, right? PSA is the one selling these, but they're also the one grading the cards. That in of itself creates a massive conflict of interest, or at least a potential conflict of interest for me. Whether or not it's an actual policy, written policy, a wink type thing, verbal, anything like that, right? Think about this. PSA, we know they've graded cards for I don't even know how long now, right? Higher graded PSA cards are worth more value to collectors, okay? So, when you send something in for grading, you're obviously hoping for a PSA 10. There's played, like, hey, maybe a 6 come back at an 8. That's great. You're happy with an 8. Maybe you even get a 9 on it, right? We know it's human graded. We know there are errors associated with that. There's plenty of videos out there, but like, oh, I sent in my PSA card, 10 times, and, I got an 8, a 10, a 9, a 6, a 10, blah, 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 right? It happens with every grading company, right? There's always going to be that error associated with it, right? I can accept those sorts of errors with that. You have to know that whenever you're dealing with a process that is inherently subjective. We're talking about the look of a shiny piece of cardboard. There's going to be subjective standards with that. Sorry, Tag. I understand you think you can make an objective process with that. I humbly disagree. Okay, so that may be another video for another time with it, right? But here's where the trick comes in with this. I send a card to grading. It's a Lorcana card, so if it's open pack fresh, realistically, it's going to be a 9 or a 10. If you got a Lorcana 8, you've done something, and that's on you, right? I've never sent a card into PSA grading and come back less than a 9. I either get a 9 or a 10 every single time. I send it in. I know it has a value ungraded. If it comes back as a 9, it's basically worth the ungraded price. I eat that cost with it, and the value hasn't changed. If it comes back as a 10, the value has now gone up. I have no say over the grading process. I send it in, they give me their grade in their opinion, and that helps determine the value. But here's the catch, and really what the rub comes down with this. PSA is selling a product that they themselves are grading. That creates the potential to have a conflict of interest, to maybe overlook certain defects with the card in order for it to have a higher grade, because then the card is worth more. That's very bad. They, to borrow a phrase, are effectively the judge, jury, and executioner when it comes to this product. They control the entire thing start to finish, which also means that they control the value of the cards. The only way they can't control the value of the cards is if everybody just suddenly stops buying PSA card, right? That's not going to happen. Let's be realistic here. They've been around for too long. They have too large of a market share over the entire hobby. That's never going to happen, right? And even if it did, I honestly don't think that would be good for the hobby as a whole, right? But what I can say is this is bad for the hobby as a whole. For them to give credence and for them to have the conflict of interest that they can't control. There's always going to be that lingering what if, that lingering question about them grading a card that they are then creating value for and selling. Hi, Sahana. Thank you for coming. I needed Sahana here to create some positivity. I don't have a camera set up for her. I'm sorry. I get the positivity of petting her, so I'm happy with that, but I'm going to pet her because I need some positivity right now. The only way that they could potentially get around this conflict of interest is if they literally spun off another company that ran this program that was completely independent from the grading process. And that would be very difficult. Even if they did, there would always be that lingering doubt associated with it, right? But the fact that everything is in-house under the same umbrella, that they control the grading process and the entire thing start to finish, including basically setting the value, at least indirectly, whew, that's a bad one. There's no positive associated with that. That is bad for the hobby, and I wish I could say something good about it, and maybe there's some positive spin to it. I cannot. So, If you have different opinions, please let me know. Always happy to learn more. So that'll be it for this video on this topic. As I said before, I want to keep the channel wholesome, positive. I want to enjoy the game, enjoy collecting, share that with others, and so I'm really hoping that the next videos that I get to make are far more positive with it. I can say, outside of petting Sahana, which you probably can't hear, she's panting, she's walking around, she's doing good. We are playing some Lorcana. I got some friends who are interested in the Reign of Jafar Palace Heist and are wanting to learn a bit about the game that way. So I'll be playing that soon. I don't think there'll be a video associated with it. There might be, but odds are it won't be. But that's okay. Getting more people in the game, at least interested, aware of it, and if they enjoy it, awesome. If they don't, that's cool too. You know, not everything is going to be for everyone. So I hope you are getting to do that. If you enjoy Lorcana, you're helping to get people into the game, or at least getting them exposed to it, and maybe they enjoy it. And we grow a community that is built off of positivity, having fun, playing a game, not taking anything too seriously, realistically, at least I hope, and just enjoying a hobby. You know, that's the thing that I would want to leave with everyone who's watching a video or interacting with me, is to just have fun enjoying something that is designed to be, I don't want to say a child's game, but designed to be enjoyed. And that's really what it comes down to. Is that if I wasn't enjoying this, I wouldn't be involved with this game at all. And because I am, then I'm going to keep doing this. And I want you to enjoy it as well too. I don't want this to be a negative for you. So, next video, I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be something positive. I'm going to be able to celebrate something, even if it has nothing to do with me, but some sort of news, something that we enjoy and that we can appreciate together about Lorcana. So, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.